Hello and welcome to episode 2 of Western Entertainment Television. My name is John Carroll.
And I'm Diamond Daniels. 2 armed robberies took place on WMU's campus on the evening of Thursday, December 6th. University relations began robocalling students around 10:30 p.m. shortly after the first robbery, warning students to stay off campus.
Police are still looking for the suspects, both of which have been described as young black males. Students are being urged not to walk alone on campus. WMU provides an escort service for students that runs from 8 p.m. to 6 a.m. Monday through Friday and 6 p.m. to 8 a.m. Saturday and Sunday. To request a walking or vehicle escort, call 269-387-7433.
An earthquake with a magnitude of 7.3 shook northeastern Japan Friday, December 7th. According to ABC News, few injuries were reported after the earthquake. Omar Diaz, a student peer advisor for the Haneke Institute, says that there are currently 15 WMU students studying in Japan.
Aaron Clark, a WMU junior, was in Kyoto, over 500 miles away from the northeast coast during the quake. Clark is a double major in computer science and Japanese. I had a chance to talk with him earlier this week. He said he decided to study in Japan to broaden his employment opportunities and learn another culture. While there, Aaron Clark has noticed some differences between Japanese and American employment.
I think in the third year, students in Japanese universities start job hunting, and everyone does it at the same time. And it's very, I don't know how to say, institutionalized, where like all the girls will like wear like a black suit and a skirt. All the guys will wear suits, and then like they'll start job hunting at the same time. And then eventually, if they get hired into a position at a company, for a lot of people, it's like a lifetime position. So they have lifetime employment after they graduate college.
Western Michigan University student media is currently under renovation. Western Entertainment Television has student media leaders in the studio today with YBOT's reporter Pasha Shipp to tell us about the future of media at WMU.
So today we're talking to Erin Gignac, Ambrosia Neldon, and Monica Rodriguez about the student media fee and about things related to media on campus. So to start, ladies, why don't you tell me what part of the media you're involved in and what your role is?
Well, my name's Erin Gignac, and I am the editor-in-chief of the Western Herald.
And my name is Ambrosia Neldon. I'm the news editor of the Western Herald.
My name is Monica Rodriguez. I am the general manager of WIDR.
Nice. Okay, so what do you think the future looks like for media on campus?
Well, it looks really promising. We are creating this new structure that is going to be like an umbrella for these already created entities for Western Herald and WIDR.
And student media is looking to be more aggregated. It's going to be more focused on one central website that really just aggregates links and different stories together, and then everything is still going to have their separate website, but it's really going to aggregate the news and entertainment so that students can really go to one website to get their stream, to get their feed of what's going on campus.
Everything combined together. Perfect. Okay, so there are some rumors circulating around about a student media fee. Would any of you like to elaborate on what that is and what that will help with for media on campus?
Well, basically, if we do decide to endorse a fee, that's up to the students. It's a vote. It's not anything that's set in stone right now. But if we do, that money will go towards the technologies that we need to create the stuff like cameras, video cameras, radio equipment, website design, all kinds of stuff like that, and for paying students. But like I said, none of that's set in stone right now.
And this is really just for students to have opportunities. I mean, this is going to pay for the equipment that we use, but we're going to provide services to students too. There's a lot of branches of the student media structure. So, we're going to have news and entertainment and content with sports, and there's going to be IT, but there's also going to be marketing where we're going to have people who want to do public relations. So we can provide professional photos for student groups. We can provide filming for speeches if they need something like that. And I think that would be where YBOT would have a good opportunity to do things like that.
This is an idea from students to the students. So definitely that's going to be up to them.
And a lot of colleges actually have the student media fee and the students pay it.
How easy or difficult do you think it will be for students to want to help with this big, collaborated unit and be able to get their media packages and learn how to type stories and be on the radio? How easy or difficult do you think that will be for students?
I think that's the greatest thing about this organization. You can come in and you can say, I want to learn how to write, I want to learn how to be on the radio, I want to learn how to create video packages, and you can do all three if you want. You can do more of one, you can do more of the other, but I think that's really great, and I think it's going to provide an outlet, and because it's going to be a lot bigger than it has in the past, students will know a lot more about it.
Awesome. Okay, well, thank you, ladies, for coming in and talking to me today about the student media fee and media in general. We really appreciate you having here. It was really nice talking to all of you. So we are actually going to head back to the studio with Diamond and John. So see you there.
Thanks, Pasha. I really hope this all works out. I'm a big fan of student media and
Absolutely.
student-run productions.
Absolutely, same here.
In our last episode, we announced that students from the Dominican Republic may be losing their international scholarships. So, since then, the Dominican government has decided to take budget cuts elsewhere, and the students at WMU did not have their classes dropped. George Ramirez Mena, a current Dominican WMU student, said that as soon as we heard that they were doing that, people started calling home, and the government reacted fast enough and contacted the college over here.
WMU's Waldo Library is extending their hours to accommodate students cramming for finals week. The library services will be available until 3 a.m. until December 12th. Students who have not finished cramming for their finals can relocate to the Bronco Mall, where the computer lab is open 24 hours. Kayla Morgan has the story.
It's here, the most stressful week of the semester, finals week. With many student schedules changing and stress levels rising, YBOT had a chance to catch up with some of WMU's students at Waldo Library the weekend before finals. Many students plan on spending most of their time at the library, hastily finishing projects and reviewing information from the start of the semester.
It's more students here during finals week. It's a lot more hectic. More computers are being used. More trade or journally scholarly articles are being used. More resources are being used to write boards, markers, or whatnot.
Students have been devoting more of their time to studying and reviewing materials to ensure their readiness for exams. Even library employees had to adjust their own work schedules to accommodate extended hours of operation at Waldo. Students plan on increasing their study hours while applying different methods on how to approach their exam.
I read that if you write it down, you're 75 times more % likely to remember it. So write it down.
I would suggest for every final exam you have to take, you should study at least 3 to 6 hours for each one just to pass the exam. But if you want to get like a great grade, you should study from 6 to 9 hours.
Students should get plenty of sleep and remember to take breaks in between studying. This is YBOT's Kayla Morgan signing off and wishing everyone the best of luck during finals week.
I think I might have to do some cramming before finals.
I know I will.
Got a few to study for. A lot of debate has emerged since some of the states in the U.S. have legalized marijuana. Western Entertainment Television asked WMU students which side of the argument they preferred.
People are buzzing about changes in pot regulations with several states. Both the states of Colorado and Washington legalized marijuana for recreational use. December 6th made it official for people in Washington.
I personally don't smoke pot, but I mean, I don't see any reason why it should be illegal.
And I think it'll bring down a lot of crime.
According to several sources, including newspaper approach Washington.org, the only marijuana that would be legal to sell throughout the state would have to be grown by specially licensed Washington farmers and sold in standalone.
I don't really like it. I liked it better when people had to sneak and do it because it was more penalties. And now it's just like, oh, people get away with it. Like, what if you do things wrong when you high? And then you can just blame it, oh, I was high when I did it. So I'm not fond of it.
It is clear that this is a big change and poses a question if these are just the first of many changes to come. I'm Juliene Winborne reporting for WeTV.
While most of us are preparing to kick back our feet for this winter break, one student organization has packed their bags in preparation to live out the true meaning of the holiday season. Follow YBOT's reporter Juliene Winborne with this episode's RSO Spotlight.
You could say that Alternative Winter Experience really does put the light in RSO Spotlight. Alternative Winter Experience, also known as AWE, is composed of over 30 members. Students involved in AWE sacrifice their winter break to travel across the nation, providing a wide variety of services.
And as a site leader, we pick our trip and what we want to go on, and we plan it and get it all together. And I got involved with AWE my sophomore year. So this year I'm going to Buffalo, New York to work with refugees. And we get to do language classes. We get to set up their apartments for them, where they're going to stay. And there's like a few others. It's a whole new experience. You get to see something you wouldn't have normally saw, like especially like the children with terminal illness. It's really moving. It makes me really thankful for everything I have, and if anything, the most I get out of it is it really humbles me.
Students have expressed the fulfillment involved within the program. I got the chance to sit down with Western senior Sean Moore, who is participating in AWE for the second year in a row.
And basically what it is that we do community service for a whole week. Depending on the type of community service you want to do, determines like which city you want to go to. In the fall, and we have one in the spring, so it's a very, very good experience. So I advise everyone to reach out there.
If you're interested in more information on AWE, email them at alternativewinterexperience@yahoo.com. I'm Juliene Winborne reporting for WeTV.
While it may be basketball season, after the termination of WMU's head football coach, it's hard to move forward without wondering what's going on. Up next, we got sports news with WeTV's Vance Goodwin.
Hey Team W, I'm Vance Goodwin, and I'm your host for today's segment of Bronco Sports. Western still has not named a head football coach. Yes, I know, very frustrating, as you see everybody in the nation is signing new head coaches. But all has been told, good things come to those who wait. Western Michigan basketball team traveled to the east side of the state to take on those Michigan Wolverines. The Broncos were only down by 5 points deep in the first half before Trey Burke and the Wolverines made their run to take a big lead into the half. Western made a little run to start the half, but the Wolverines just showed why they're the number 3 team in the nation. With the final score, Michigan 73 and your Broncos 41. Let's just blame this loss on they were staying up late studying for finals. Western basketball team is in Norman, Illinois, taking on Illinois State. Some other news around campus. Number 7 Western defeats number 16 Ferris State in hockey last night with a score of 4-2. Scores came from Dane Walters with 2 goals, and Mike Leon and Kenny Morrison each dropped 1 goal apiece. Broncos play Saturday against Ferris State at 7 p.m. at Lawson Arena. The Lady Broncos team lost to IUPUI on Wednesday, 75-67. Corby Buchanan had a team high of 14 points, but it wasn't enough for the win and to stop the losing streak, which now up to 4. The Lady Broncos look to snap the losing streak as they take on Chicago State at 2 p.m. today. Let's pack the gym and give our Broncos a home court advantage. Well, that's it for your sports on WeTV. Now back to Diamond and John.
If you're living on campus next year, you may have to start eating out a little less and staying home and eating ramen a little more. Western has decided to follow through with a student housing improvement project that will have students laying out a little more cash. Listen to what students had to say about the 2% room and board increase for the Western View apartments.
They raised it last year, and I've been living here for a year, and they raised the rent last semester, and it was already kind of hard. We accepted it because we really enjoy living here and like feeling safe.
WMU's Campus Activity Board gave students a unique opportunity before finals. Next up, we have Jenna Gonzales with the coverage of the event.
Western Michigan University's Campus Activities Board gave students a study break Thursday night in the upper level of the Bernard Center. Nearly 100 WMU students and faculty came out to try their luck on the tables. CAB's event promotions coordinator Mike McDonald says they've been planning the event since the beginning of summer.
So yeah, we had about 25 or 30 people all together, I'd say, and we appreciate all of them. We've all been working really hard, and because this is one of our homegrown events, because we normally bring concerts, comedians, stuff like that, like outside artists, but this is one that we decided to just make from the ground up without contacting anybody else. Of course, we did contact the people to bring in the casino equipment, but past that, this was an all Western student event, so it was really fun to plan.
I'm Jenna Gonzales with YBOT, and tonight we're at CAB's very first Cultures of the World Casino Night. A lot of students and faculty are here tonight, getting the opportunity to play casino games on campus and visit 5 different cultures of the world. Students can learn about Asia, Latin America, South American, Africa, and Middle Eastern countries, while getting the opportunity to enter themselves in a raffle after they visit each culture and win some great prizes.
For every $100 that you have at the end of the day, that'll be another raffle ticket, and you put all your tickets in the bag that you want the prize for, and that's it.
Kelly Morrissey, CAB's External Relations Coordinator, says the Ronald McDonald House inspired her idea for the casino night on campus.
I know they do a casino night. I was like, that would be awesome if we could do one on Western's campus. So I heard about Ministry with Community, and they needed like emergency needs. So we're donating all of our proceeds to Ministry with Community in Kalamazoo.
CAB hopes to put on a similar event next year in collaboration with ministries and communities. I'm Jenna Gonzales, connecting you to WMU.
The Board of Trustees voted to approve a 1% raise for President Dunn. Dunn has pledged since he's accepted his position to donate all raises to student scholarships. Phi Beta Sigma was also feeling charitable last week, and we were lucky enough to have Jenna Gonzales there.
Western Michigan University's Phi Beta Sigma fraternity held their annual Sleepout for the Homeless event this past week. Sigma spent all night outside by the Valley 3 Ponds collecting food and clothes to be donated to a local charity. Phi Beta Sigma's president, Jordan Drummer, told YBOT the event is held as a way to raise awareness about homelessness in Kalamazoo.
My name is Jordan Barnett Drummer. I'm the president of the Zeta Delta chapter of Phi Beta Sigma here at Western Michigan University. We're having our Sleep Out for the Homeless right now. It's until 5 a.m. We're actually just standing out here collecting canned goods and clothes for the homeless. We're expecting to fill up the 6 boxes we have over here, and we'll be donating those to the gospel mission. And we're just really trying to raise awareness to homelessness in Kalamazoo and the greater community. And we really just want to bring the Kalamazoo and Western community together to really just help fight this epidemic that we have in the country.
Hot chocolate, warm cider, and fresh donuts were available for those who made a donation to the Sigma's event. Drummer says the Sleep Out is a worldwide Sigma program.
Yeah, this is an annual event. It's actually a mandated program we have by our national headquarters. And every chapter in the world actually has a Sleep Out for the Homeless event, at least once or twice a year.
Be on the lookout next year for your chance to donate to Phi Beta Sigma's Sleep Out for the Homeless.
The currently vacant space on campus, formerly known as Western Scoops, will be occupied by tenants. Pasha Shipp has the story.
WMU students will have another dining option in the coming months with the addition of the Santorini Island Grill. The grill will provide students with affordable food choices, including Greek, Mediterranean, burgers, and breakfast in the basement of the Bernhardt Center. Paul Trezino, director of the Bernhardt Center, hopes the Santorini Grill will attract more students to the Bronco Mall.
We hope it also actually livens up down here in the Bronco Mall a little more, to have some more people down here and to enjoy it, and maybe that'll lead to more programming downstairs, because we really encourage students and student organizations to utilize Center Court to do programming down in the Bronco Mall.
Judith Gipper, director of Dining Services, also agrees that the grill will enhance the Bronco Mall and be an overall good fit. Christine Davenport, a member of the student committee that chose the grill, is excited and thinks students will really appreciate the affordability.
And we liked Santorini's the best because they were willing to work on pricing. They put the pricing down in order to make it more affordable for students, and they have a ton of different options. So it's an island grill, but they also have burgers and fries and drinks and stuff like that.
Paul Trezino expects the grill to open in January.
We should be open, best case scenario, January 7th, first day of classes. So we're shooting for January 7th. If not, it'll be shortly after that.
I, for one, am excited about having burgers in the Bernhardt Center. I'm Pasha Shipp, reporting for Western Entertainment Television.
On Saturday, December 15th, WMU will hold their annual graduation commencement ceremony. You're graduating, aren't you?
I sure am. Super excited about it.
Well, you're in good company. WMU is issuing about 1,900 degrees, about 100 of which come from the College of Engineering and Applied Sciences. Seniors in CS are required to present their senior design projects. and did that in the Parkview campus on December 4th. Some of their project featured were a humanoid robotics case study, an automotive exhaust-driven turbine alternator, a hybrid solar updraft tower, and the design and creation of a hydrogen electric vehicle. Ryan Warning worked on the hydrogen electric vehicle project and says that he and his team began working on it as back as February. He warns undergrads to do their best to free their schedules for their senior year.
Try to take light class loads, especially lessons, specifically the last one.
In other news, the oldest woman in the world died Wednesday, December 5th, around 2 o'clock in the afternoon. She lived an astonishing 116 years.
Do you have an interest in broadcasting? Do you see yourself in front of the camera? Well, the young broadcasters of tomorrow are conducting their search for the spot. All WMU students have the opportunity to stand in right where I am.
That's right, John. Starting mid-January, YBOT will be accepting 1-minute videos with at least one stand-up, along with a brief description of why you think you should be in the spot. Students will have the opportunity to vote for their favorite host video to pick an anchor of tomorrow for WeTV.
The 2 most popular submitters will be chosen as co-anchors for our next season.
WMU students should keep in mind that classes resume January 7th. We hope you have a happy holidays, and we'll see you in the next year. I'm Diamond Daniels.
And I'm John Carroll.
Connecting you to WMU.